We're here! This is it! We finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant's Deep for assembly. All my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where many other attempts have not. I know my brother, Ovens, and his spouse will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible. I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. I propose we give Ovens and Mallow a significantly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum power to create room for their enthusiasm. Are you going gelatinous, honest love? I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. If I'm even half as gooey as Mallow and Evans behave together, Daz, then you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. Our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. Oh, this is crazy, chat. Whoa, did they use... I think I know what this is. I think this is like a dry dock setup kind of situation. And they use the gravity flooring as like a mooring to move around the orbital probe cannon as they built it. That's kind of cool. Three minutes, 36 seconds ago. Long-range probe successfully launched from the orbital probe cannon. So wait a minute. My theory is correct then. That means that when we see the probe cannon exploding when we first wake up, somebody used it. Somebody launched a probe from it. I have bad news, Ovens. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Kosova. I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. Tell Privet and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard from now. An update. Mallow and I will join you and Daz. Privet left to visit her brother. She fears Idea may feel responsible. That was incredible timing. I heard the noise and I was like, this may be bad. Ro ends up being the grandmother of spacebound megastructural engineering simply through enthusiasm and inspiration. It's cool though. I don't love that the water levels keep changing. Oh, we're on the... Yeah, this is the actual orbital module. I wish I was cool enough to be responsible for like the birth of some form of crazy space technology engineering. Ooh, there's another thingy thing. Never say never. Maybe someday. Kanoi, Daz and I were lifting the orbital probe cannon if some components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Kanoi, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. Lots of it convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of Giants Deep here at Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory, and it reveals how an object might sink below the current. Kanoi, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to show you, or to see you. There are two trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's Gravity Cannon, and one at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Yo, wait, chat, we've never been here before. No, disappeared. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever been in there before. Little model of the probe cannon. Crazy. If you did a Stellaris game where every empire was a different sci-fi alien civilization, then Nomai would definitely be there as erudite explorers. For sure. Hey, little ship, could you just take off for me? Thank you. I think I've seen this one before. Yeah, we've definitely been here before. It's one of those statue guys. One of the memory statues, I'm assuming. I've seen them refer to those before. And we've already seen one, of course, in the first couple minutes of the game. I think this is... yeah, this is where I wanted to be last time. When there was all this crazy stuff down below. Right. Jetpack doesn't really work on this planet. Gravity gravitates far too gravitatiously. I have a suspicion that if I can go below. Or maybe there's a teleporter. Maybe I need to warp there. Okay, spaceship time. My spaceship might be able to get under the water without wasting oxygen and gas that we just don't have. We can get under the water. Goodness gracious, I'm a genius. Keepers cats. I am so clever. Well, I'm not dead. Oh. That was deeply rough. Yeah, my favorite part of playing Outer Wilds was where I got tossed into the sky. Yara, would you kindly step back so Daz is closest to the statue? When pairing, the statue will choose whoever's in the closest proximity. See how its eyes have opened? That tells us the statue is paired with Daz. Now, no matter where he is in the star systems, Daz's statue will record his memories and send them to the Ash Twin Project. This is extraordinary sculpting work, Phlox. He's outdone himself again, hasn't he? And now we have our first successful pairing, we can test my memory storage prototype. Each statue will send a single Nomai's memories to his or her own storage unit within Ash Twin. Each storage unit will be equipped with a mask, the statue's counterpart, which will be able to send those stored memories back to the corresponding Nomai. That's very interesting. So... I've installed the masks inside the Ash Twin Project, Phlox. They look beautiful, although I do feel as if though I'm being observed. It's comforting to know the statues will not pair until the project succeeds, otherwise I imagine the experience will be hard to endure. Ideally, they'll only need to activate once the project succeeds as a safety measure. However, these statues will also activate in the event of equipment failure. They will. Why is that? If anything goes wrong with the Ash Twin Project, the statues and their masks will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it would be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. Did they cause the time loop?